Hello, everyone. Lesson 2, PSC 3. We're going to talk today about applying and describing 5 primary types of transformations on the coordinate plane. Let's start with the first one, a translation. Translations are shifts. X is changed by H, and Y is changed by K. If H is greater than 0, then this is a transformation to the right. If H is less than 0, then we'd be shifting left. Remember that Y is a vertical movement, so if K is greater than 0, this would be a shift up. If K is less than 0, it'd be a shift down. When we combine those two, we get this transformation called a translation. So let's take these 3 points, -2, 2, -5, 0, and -2, -2. All right, we're going to transform them using this translation. So we're going to take our x values, add 2. That should tell you to the right. Take our y values, subtract 3. So our new points that we should get would be -2 plus 2, which would be 0, and 2 minus 3, which would be -1. So this point, -2, 2, becomes 0, -1. All right, our second point becomes -3, comma, -3. -3 would be right here. And then our last point, I want a different color. How about, nope, I just used purple. What the heck? How about orange? All right, our last point, when we add 2, we get 0. And when we subtract 3, we get -5. And so we get this new triangle, which looks like this. Look at that shift. What a beautiful translation. Very cool. So, of course, we had our pre-image, which was our original. Our pre-image looked like this, and our image looks like that. All right, let's look at a couple more. Our next transformation, we're going to take our 3 points, and we're going to perform this transformation on it. We're going to change x to the opposite. This means the opposite of what it is. And we're going to keep y exactly the same. Okay, so if I take these x values and I make them the opposite of what they are, that turns them into 5, y stays the same. 3, y stays the same. 2, and y stays the same. Where would those points end up? Well, they'd end up at 5, 4, and 3, 5, and 2, 1. Okay, this transformation, what is this? This transformation right here is a reflection, and it is a reflection over the y-axis. Right? Here's our line of reflection. Boom, right there. It got reflected over that line. That line is the y-axis. Therefore, this rule right here should tell you reflection over the y-axis. Next rule. What if we switched and we flipped the y value but kept the x value the same? So the y value stays the same, and the x value becomes the opposite of what it was. So each of these values will change sign, but the x value stays the same. X value stays the same, y value changes sign. X value stays the same, y value changes sign. Let's plot those points. So I get -3, -5. I get -5, -4. I get -2, -1. That is also a reflection, but now it's over what axis? X-axis. So we get a reflection over the x-axis. This is the rule for the reflection over the x-axis. We change only y to the opposite sign. Let's keep moving. Excuse me. What if I change both? Change both. Well, that changes the sign of both of these. So I get positive 5, positive 5, negative 4, positive 3, negative 5, and positive 2, negative 1. So positive 2, negative 1 is here. Positive 5, negative 4. Positive 5, negative 4. And positive 3, negative 5. Okay, so what this is, it has two possible names. All right. We could say this is a reflection over both the y and the x-axis, which kind of holds true to our rule previously. Or this is actually also a rotation 180 degrees about the origin. What does that mean? About the origin. That means that this right here would be the center of rotation. So if I took and I rotated this 180 degrees, I'd be right there. If I took this and rotated 180 degrees, I'd be at that bottom vertex. If I took this and rotated 180 degrees, I'd be right there. So it'd be a rotation 180 degrees about the origin. Or, as we said, could be a reflection over the y and the x. All right, I think we got a couple left. Okay, here we go. What happens if I take the x and the y? All right, I got x, but now I make that my y, and I got my y, and now I make that my x. So what is that doing? All that that's doing is flip-flopping these two. Right, just switching positions. Okay, so then this would be 5, negative 3. And this would be, what, 1, negative 2? All right, what is that? Well, let's sketch it and see what it looks like. So 5, negative 3, 4, negative 5. 5, negative 3, 4, negative 5, 1, negative 2. Okay, sit back for a second and analyze that. Right, it's kind of weird. You can pause the video if you want to think about it. But what it is it's a reflection over the line y equals x. A reflection over y equals x is just we take x and y and we swap their values, right? So the original coordinate xy becomes yx. Looks like that's it, folks. I'm out for today, so have a great day. Hope you get this. We got one more lesson in the semester, and then we're going to do a little, maybe a little project, and that'll be the year. We'll do the final, and you'll all go home for summer, and you'll be sad the whole summer because you'll just be wishing that you were here doing math and push-ups and all sorts of other gains for both your whatever, your muscles and your brain. Have a great day.